Hello and welcome to this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Shalini Ratnavira. First, let's take a look at your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
Sri Lankan Rupee maintains upward trend. Sri Lanka's reserves rise to $6 billion by September 2024. Sri Lanka's inflation drops to 0.8% in October. China's manufacturing activity expands for the first time in 6 months. And in sports, Australia confirms 16 teams for new second-tier league. Moving on to your top story. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka reported that the Sri Lankan Rupee maintained its upward trend. The Sri Lankan Rupee continued its appreciating trend, marking significant gains throughout October 2024. Notably, the currency appreciated by 10.3% against the US dollar from the beginning of the year up to 30th October 2024. This upward trajectory was observed across other major currencies as well, including the euro, the pound sterling, the Chinese yuan, the Japanese yen, the Indian rupee, and the Australian dollar. In addition to these giants, the real effective exchange rate against a basket of 24 currencies also saw an increase. The REER 24 index rose from 70.2 at the end of December 2023 to 72.6 by the end of September 2024. This rise indicates a decrease in external competitiveness during the period. Moving on to more local news, the central bank's latest projections indicate that headline inflation, as measured by the year-on-year change in the Colombo Consumer Price Index, remained in negative territory for the second consecutive month. October 2024 saw a deflation of 0.8% compared to the 0.5% deflation recorded in September 2024. The non-food category experienced a deeper deflation, with YOY figures showing a 1.6% decrease in October 2024 compared to a 0.5% decrease in September 2024. Conversely, the food category saw a shift from deflation to inflation, recording a 1% increase in October 2024, up from a 0.3% deflation in the previous month.
International news.
In your international news, China's manufacturing activity expanded for the first time in 6 months, and services picked up in October, indicating that Beijing's latest stimulus measures are helping the battered economy turn a corner. The National Bureau of Statistics Purchasing Managers Index on Thursday rose to 50.1 from 49.8 in September, just above the 50 mark, separating growth from contraction and beating median forecast of 49.9 in a Reuters poll. In a further encouraging sign, the non-manufacturing PMI, which includes construction and services, rose to 50.2 this month after it dropped to 50 in September.
Sports news.
In sports, Football Australia confirmed 16 teams will compete in a national second-tier competition to launch in October 2025, but the governing body made no mention of a promotion-relegation system linked to the top-flight A-League. Nearly a year from naming the competition's first 8 clubs, FA said in a statement today it had identified another 6 that met its technical requirements, including teams from Adelaide, Hobart, and Southern Queensland State. The bidding phase remains ongoing, though an FA said it hoped a third round targeting the country's underrepresented states would identify the additional foundation clubs. Well, that's a wrap of this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Shalini Ratnavira. Thank you for watching.